How to assemble and care for your clarinet. As a clarinet player, it's important to learn how to take care of your clarinet. In this video, you'll learn how to properly assemble and care for your instrument step by step. Your clarinet has 5 basic parts: the mouthpiece, the barrel, the upper joint, the lower joint, and the bell. You should also have a ligature, a mouthpiece cap, reeds, cork grease, a swab, and an REW Music Clarinet Care Kit. On the upper joint and lower joint, beneath the keys, you'll notice your clarinet has pads. These pads are specially designed to seal holes on your clarinet to help change the pitch as you play. They are made of cardboard and felt, covered in a very thin film. If these pads get wet, they will be ruined, and you'll be making a trip to the repair shop. It's important that you never give your clarinet a bath. Clarinet players use reeds to produce the sound on their instruments. All sound waves are vibrations, and different instruments use different methods to make vibrations. For clarinet players, the reed vibrates next to the mouthpiece. The reed is a very thin piece of wood made from reed cane. It must not be cracked or chipped to work properly. Be prepared to buy reeds frequently until you learn how to take good care of them. Once you learn good reed care, you can expect 4 reeds to last you about a month. Before you get started assembling your clarinet, take out one of your reeds, place it flat on your tongue, and hold it in your mouth while you assemble your clarinet. Be careful not to chip your reed on your teeth. You want your reed to be nice and moist by the time you finish assembling your clarinet. Use the cork grease in your case to lightly grease the 4 corks on your clarinet. This is especially important if your clarinet is new and the corks haven't compressed yet. With your case open, identify your upper joint and lower joint. The lower joint is slightly thicker and has a thumb rest on the back. The upper joint has cork on both ends. Identify the bridge key on the upper joint. It's the key that sticks out over the cork. Firmly grip the upper joint in your left hand, pushing the keys that raise the bridge key. In your right hand, firmly grip the lower joint at the end without the cork. Make sure the keys are lined up so that none of them will collide as you put the 2 joints together. Keys that collide will bend, and you'll make a trip to the repair shop. If your bridge key lines up to the other side of the bridge, you're safe to put the 2 joints together. Use a slight twisting motion as you put the upper and lower joint together. Don't twist too far, and don't forget to keep that bridge key raised. Next, grab your bell and use a gentle twisting motion to attach it to the lower joint of your clarinet. Whenever you're putting any part of your clarinet together, keep your hands as close to the joint as possible. This prevents pushing at an off angle and potentially breaking your clarinet. Never push against anything other than your own hands. If you have too much trouble getting your clarinet together, ask an adult for help. Add your barrel to the top joint of your clarinet. Remember, keep your hands close together. Hold each part as close to the joint as possible. Now add your mouthpiece. This is easiest if you remove the mouthpiece cap and ligature first. When your mouthpiece is on, turn it so the flat part of the mouthpiece, the table, is in line with the long, skinny key on the back of the upper joint. Slide the ligature on the mouthpiece. There are a few different styles of ligatures. If you have a Ravner ligature, which is black cloth, the screw will face away from the table of the mouthpiece. If you have a metal ligature, the screws will face towards the table of the mouthpiece. And if you have a Lieben ligature, which is black or clear plastic, the screws will face away from the table of the mouthpiece. If you aren't sure, check with your teacher or a staff member at REW Music. Still have that reed in your mouth? It should be nice and moist by now. Go ahead and close your lips around it and pull it out of your mouth so that any excess spit is wiped off. Notice there's a thick end and a thin end of your reed. Place the reed flat on the table of the mouthpiece with the thick end pointing towards the ligature. Slide it down the mouthpiece and under the ligature. Pull the ligature down so that it sits between the 2 lines on your mouthpiece. Now check your reed placement. The tip edge should be even with the curved tip of the mouthpiece. The reed should be centered on the table, straight down the mouthpiece. As you make your adjustments, try not to touch the tip of the reed, as you may crack or chip the reed and have to start over with a new reed. When your reed is in place, tighten the screws of your ligature 2 or 3 twists. We want the reed to be snug, but not too tight. When your clarinet is assembled and your reed is in place, you're ready to play. When you're done playing, it's important to put the reed away first. Loosen the screws on your ligature 2 or 3 turns and use your thumb to push the reed up and slide it off of the mouthpiece table. We recommend you use a reed saver to store your reeds because it protects your reeds and helps them to dry flat. Remove your ligature and set it in the case. Unwrap your swab. It's a special cleaning cloth with a long weighted string. Make sure the cloth is unfolded and smoothed down so it doesn't get caught inside your clarinet. Turn the clarinet upside down and place the weighted string inside the bell of your clarinet, allowing it to drop all the way through the mouthpiece. Grab the end and turn your clarinet back over and pull the swab all the way through your clarinet. This removes all the moisture so that your pads stay clean and dry. Wrap up the swab and put it away. Keeping your hands close to the joint, use a gentle twist and pull motion to remove your mouthpiece. Replace the ligature and mouthpiece cap and put the mouthpiece away. Once a month, you'll need to clean out your mouthpiece. Run warm but not hot water through your mouthpiece and brush it out with the special mouthpiece brush from your REW Music Care Kit. This will remove any buildup or debris and ensure you're getting the fullest sound possible. Remove the barrel and put it back in the case. Remember, hands together, gentle twisting and pulling motion. Do the same with your bell. Before you take apart the upper and lower joint, don't forget to raise that bridge key. Keep your hands close to the joint, use a gentle twisting motion, and pull the 2 joints apart. If you have pad savers from your REW Music Clarinet Care Kit, you can skip the swab step from earlier and use the pad savers to dry out the mouthpiece and barrel, and then place the pad savers inside the upper and lower joints. The pad savers will live inside the joints until you're ready to play again. Just don't forget to take them out before you assemble your clarinet. Once everything is back in its place in the case, close the lid and latch both latches. Don't try to put your book or papers or anything extra in the case, as it will likely damage your clarinet. That's it. If you remember to assemble your clarinet properly, don't use chipped or cracked reeds, dry your clarinet before you put it away, and wash your mouthpiece once a month, your clarinet will stay in top playing condition for a long time. If you have any questions about the assembly and care of your clarinet, please feel free to ask any REW Music staff member.